I'm gonna find it really difficult right now to try and talk about this episode. Hello everyone, it's Fraser208 back again to give you another video, and this time I'm going to be talking about Occult 9 Episode 1, my review of it. Okay, holy crap. I'm watching about maybe 3 or 4 other shows right now, and this is one of the shows that I'm really hyped up about, because I just finished watching Episode 1, and it is insane. Okay, first of all, let's just talk about some basic shit, and then we'll move on to like the more impressive stuff that I really liked. Okay, so basic thing number one, opening song was alright. Basic thing number one, opening and ending, beautiful opening and ending songs. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, it sounded like something from like the band who did the Steins Gate opening. I don't know, I could be wrong, but it was really good. I think this is my favorite opening and ending song in this season that I've been watching of shows. Like, I really do like the opening song and I really do like the ending song. So yeah, basic shit there, done. Animation, subpar, kind of reminds me of like Kisniver animation. Not the greatest, but it's not that bad. It's subpar at best, so I'm not gonna overly say it's a good animation. Character designs, pretty wacky, pretty zany. A lot of, in that region of certain individuals. Obviously Gutamon or something like that is a nickname or whatever, I don't know, but yeah, so you know, that's kind of weird, kind of zany, kind of weird, but that was very fun to see nonetheless. All right, thirdly, let's talk about the fact that this reminds me so much of Bakemonogatari, in the sense that it's really fast, the speech. Like, they're talking really quickly, and the subtitles are kind of going. So if you can't keep up with the subtitles, I don't recommend you watch this show. Don't watch it. If you couldn't even watch Bakemonogatari or any of the Monogatari series without having difficulty reading the subtitles at times, you probably may want to stray away from the show. But if you can do that, continue watching the show. It's pretty good so far. Episode 1 starts off with like this neat boy who has this blog site, and what he does is he takes and put news stories and he condenses it down to get the meat and potatoes, if you will, of the story, and he puts it on his blog. It's pretty kind of popular, but he wants to rise it to the top, which is why he meets up with a individual who's like this psychic fortune teller girl or whatever, and she's pretty popular, pretty cute, and he ends up go seeing her with his big-chested individual friend, and they go off to get stories. So that's kind of like, okay, this is also reminding me of Baccano. Let me tell you why later. So this is like story number 1. Story number 2 is there's this guy who is a I don't know how to put. He basically is good with the like spiritualism and stuff like that. He's like, there are spirits in this world, and here's why. And like, when he's in this room, it reminded me of like this one show of, I think it was QI, with Stephen Fry. Who like, they had like this little mystical setup there, and then it'd be like 2 rows and one guy there kind of thing. It was really funny, really kind of zany. There was this woman performing an exorcism on this one chick, and the chick's kind of stupid. Okay, she's not maybe stupid, but she's a little a few bricks short of a house, if you will, and that was really funny to see that. So that's kind of story number 2. Story number 3 is the guy who was talking about spirits and stuff. He has a son. The son is in university. He was going to see his lecture. The lecture was canceled because he's on the show or something, and so the son has his own story, and he ends up meeting like this woman who may or may not be a demon spirit. Story number 3, or are we on story number 4? Story number 4, or whatever. There's this girl who runs like this kind of black magic store, if you will, where basically if you give her hair and the details about a person, she can commit not a sin. She can basically make that person like suffer really badly, like befallen a tragedy, if you will. And that's what you see in this episode. And then when the woman who was giving this girl the hair information, she was leaving, she's like, oh man, this is a really bad smell. The smell came from her like mailbox, which is a full set of hair and blood, and then the girl's cuddling it, and she's like, I want to vomit, or something like that, and she's just cuddling it, and it was so weird, unbelievably weird, that it was like, what is this girl on to even do this? And she looks so young, like a high schooler. So like, I want to see what her backstory is into dealing with the occult, and like, she has a demon spirit with her, so obviously spirits and demons do exist in this setting of a world. But then our main character, okay, I don't want to even talk about the ending, so I'm not going to talk about what the main character does later on, but let's just say they split up and he sees something that he shouldn't have seen, or rather that just freaks him the hell out. So anyways, I hope nobody in the comment section spoil. I cannot speak. This is a good episode. This was a good first episode is what I'm saying. Like, I'm watching a bunch of shows and I think this is a really great first episode. And I don't know why, I just liked it. It's something different that I haven't seen in a long time, only because I haven't really continued watching the Bakemonogatari series, I suppose, and I love the really fast-paced interaction with characters, and I didn't felt bored. Like, if a show can make me go, wow, that was really quick. Like, where did the time go? Like, then it's a good show. So I'm highly recommending that you watch the first episode of the show. You can watch it over on Crunchyroll legally, or you could just probably Google search it and do whatever the hell you want from that point on. But yeah, really good first episode. Reminds me of Bakemonogatari with the speech, where it's like super quick and you got to read the subtitles fairly quickly. As well as the fact that it also reminds me of Baccano in the sense that there are multi-different stories, but they're all going to connect into a greater, bigger story eventually, probably if they do it well enough later on. Oh, that was so fast-paced like this episode was. But yeah, this is a good first episode. I highly recommend you watch it. So anyways, if you like what I'm talking about, give this video a thumbs up if you probably agree with my opinions or just like me generally. Also, comment down below what you thought about this episode without spoiling it, because this is a type of show that I really don't want people to be spoiled about. Like, this is something that's just insane, and there's probably a deeper hitting plot and stuff, and I'm hoping A1 Pictures does because this is made by A1 Pictures, so I'm hoping that they do a really good job with this, is what I'm saying, because it's a really good first episode, and I hope by me saying that you guys should watch this and it's really good, that it doesn't later on kick me in the ass and it becomes a really crappy, shitty show. Hopefully it doesn't, but with how they're going right now, it's pretty fun, pretty great, pretty like action-packed, pretty zany, pretty cool, basically. I sound like a child when I'm talking about the show. So anyways, yeah, comment down below what you thought about this episode. If you're not watching it, let me know why you're not watching it, and if you are watching it, let me know why you are watching this, as well as subscribe to my channel. That helps. So you made it this far into the video. Well done. Click here to check out previous videos, or click here to see a surprise video that you probably haven't watched on my main channel or even on my second channel. Also, link in the description below to my anime list, where you can see what shows I'm watching this season, as well as what shows I've watched in the past and what score I've given them in the past, and what other shows that you probably would want to recommend me that I probably haven't seen. But if you recommend me shows that I have seen, then obviously just check out my mal and see what I've seen. And if I haven't seen the show that you really want me to talk about or watch, then let me know. Also, down below is my Snapchat, because that's the only really form of social media that I use quite often, besides Facebook. But yeah, Snapchat is the way to go. So also follow me on Snapchat. I have some pretty funny Snap stories, and it's really fun right now. Also subscribe to my channel. That also helps me out greatly. And I will see... Anyways, I've been your host, Fraser2098, and I will see you guys in the second episode of this series. It's really good so far. I hope they don't fuck it up. Bye, guys.